Well, I mean, it's 2 days in, 2 days in the OTA, so I like to just temper expectations with everything. But he's got all the makings of a star receiver, and we feel like if we can both stay healthy, that we can accomplish a lot this year. But it's going to be important we communicate. I think having SJ in the room is going to be great for him. And I like the additions. I like seeing guys like Zay and JB coming back, in year 2 and looking good. Yeah, those guys, have a long way to go. Mike, just getting healthy. Malachi, everything's new to him, and there's new positions and obviously new language and stuff. But he looks the part. I enjoy his confidence. I heard what he said kind of pre-draft. It wasn't like what corners he wanted to go against, as what players he wanted to run over was kind of his mindset. So he's a good kid, though. He's come in and kept his head down and worked hard. But it's important to those guys in the receiver room. Listen to Sean first, and then kind of set the standard with their practice habits. Yeah, I feel really good. It's just about the mental part. I think these practices have been nice the last couple of days. To just feel what it's like to be out there, to be moving around and not be thinking about it, and to see how I respond the next day. So it's just this last part. The strength is good, the movement's good, just the confidence to do everything.
How important is it? Is getting over that hurdle easier now because you were able to do some stuff with the scout team towards the end of last year, where this isn't your first time back out there?
Yeah, but it's all new. It's different people. It's different strength. Back then I couldn't run. I couldn't run fast. I could move a little bit, but now I can feel like I can do anything. I can run at a top speed. It's just in those moments the reactions coming naturally. The Thursday games are always tough. It doesn't matter if you're a first-year player or a 20-year player. A little bit harder probably at 20 years than first year as far as being able to bounce back. But, I'm sure that Robert will do some creative things with the schedule. We're going to have to. And two road games to start off, I believe, right? And then and a Thursday home game will be interesting. You love the Thursdays because of the weekend, the mini bye, but to start the season out like that is definitely a good challenge for us. Well, it's great having him next to me in the locker room. I've been a fan of his for a long time. He's a Hall of Fame player, and he's a specimen. I mean, he's a big, strong man, and not a fat man either. Like D-Bach, who I've had in the past, put some weight around the midsection. Tyron's, he's pretty chiseled. So obviously him and I both want to stay healthy this year and be able to play all 17 and then enter the playoffs. But just having his leadership, the coolest thing for me, I have a front row seat. I've watched the last 2 days. I've watched Morgan Moses pull Carter Warren aside. It was more like Carter, I think, maybe grabbing Morgan. And watch them talk about right tackle play. And then today I got back to my locker, and there was Olu picking Tyron's brain. So it's pretty cool to see those guys get back to the young guys. Well, I think we're ahead of where we were last year. There's a second year in the offense helps. The veteran leadership helps a lot, too. I don't think you can undervalue that with Tyron and Big Moses, and then bringing John in as well. Those guys have played a lot of football, and now you're looking at the guys who played a lot last year. Starting the season in backup roles gives you a lot of confidence in the two deep and the offensive line. We brought in some other veterans around us as well. I haven't seen Hassan yet or Javon, but love those signings. I think it's time for the players to continue to take ownership of the locker room and the team. Player-led teams are the teams that give you the best chance to win. And even though there's obviously a lot of heat on all of us, it's important for us to balance that by really taking ownership and accountability inside the locker room.
Tyron, how seriously did things get with RFK about being his running mate? Obviously, we haven't gotten a chance to talk to you since that came out in March.
Yeah, I love Bobby. We had a couple really nice conversations, but there were really two options. It was retire and be his VP, or keep playing. And I want to keep playing. Yeah, I mean, there's been an interesting year, a couple years for Nathaniel. He's a tough guy, but we're all human, and I'm guessing that it wouldn't be the easiest situation to take that kind of critique over and over, but I think it's in the times of adversity, kind of the character is revealed, and I applaud him the way that he handled some tough times last year. Obviously, I'm aware of the stories that are out there, thanks to Eric. But obviously, there's a lot of faith in him with me, obviously with Robert, and I think Robert, to his credit, has taken a deeper role in the offense. One of his best qualities is the ability to defer, and allowing Brick to run the defense and Hack to run the offense frees him up to kind of float around. And as a defensive coach, he's been in that room a lot, but he's been kind of sitting over to the left of me a good amount of the offseason so far. So we appreciate his influence. He's brought some really good ideas to the table. He's been joking now. He doesn't kind of know everything about the offense yet, definitely not the signals. But he's added a lot of interesting stuff that you'll see throughout the OTAs and training camp, which I think will be pretty cool for us. Well, supposedly we owe the league a little bit, so yeah, I love it. I love Monday night, only game. Is there a doubleheader? No. That Monday night, just us? Okay, just us. Great football team. Back close to my home, California. It's a lot of tough battles there over the years. Some good wins, some frustrating losses, but be a good test for us to start the season. So I'm excited about it. Then turn around and go to Nashville, and then a short week against one of our rivals. So be a good 3-game stretch to start the season.
Are you hungrier now than you were a year ago?
Oh, I don't know. I was pretty hungry last year. I'm enjoying this time. I really am. It's been very interesting 8-9 months. A lot of grinding to get back. So I'm trying to enjoy this time, everything that comes with it, and get to know my guys and look for ways to help us get better.
You said earlier there's pressure on all of us.
All of us, yeah.
Why do you say there's pressure on you?
Well, I think if I don't do what I know I'm capable of doing, we're all probably going to be out of here. So I like that kind of pressure, though. I know there's, it's a tough market to play in. It's not for everybody. I relish that opportunity, and that's the way the NFL is. I'm not saying anything monumental as you guys are typing away and putting your tweets out. This is how it is every single year. You might not say it, but as you get older in the league, if you don't perform, they're going to get rid of you or bring in the next guy to take over. I mean, it happened in Green Bay. So, and I'm, a few years older than I was back then. So I expect to play at a high level. I expect us to be productive and competitive and all that stuff to take care of itself.